Welcome to the lighter side of the dark side. It's your weekly freak show here on Renegade Radio and also all podcast catchers, Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, Apple, everywhere you listen to podcasts. It's the Dark Mark Show. I'm Dark Mark, the goth comedian, and as always, everybody's favorite horror writer is by my side, Nicole Six.
Good evening.
Now, Nicole, you weren't co-host for a few years, so you missed a few interesting guests.
Quite a few, I think.
Quite a few, and none more interesting than the one we have today. She goes by many names, but for our purposes right now, we're going to call her. She's a writer, director, model, actress, rock star, all sorts of things. Occultist.
Occultist.
I'm sorry.
Occultist, yes.
Yes, and just somebody that has been in the scene for a long time, and she is always fascinating, always unpredictable. Seraphim Ward. Hi, Seraphim.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's been 3 years since I saw you last. And
I know, right?
You're ever evolving, you're ever transforming, but you're ever lovely. So it's always great to have you on. I know you reached out a few months ago. You had a lot of things going on. I'm looking at your websites, and I do see a lot going on, and we're going to talk about that. Before we do, got to get a sponsor out of the way real quick. I found a grape bubble gum in the refrigerator, Raze energy drinks. These are the best. They taste the best. They work the best. I've tried every energy drink on the market. These are the best. The best part about it, 0 carbs, 0 calories, 0 crash. Go to our description and any podcast catcher you're listening to, or on YouTube, there's a code, and you can get 15% off a case of Raze energy drinks. This will also be on our website, darkmarkshow.com. So, Nicole, I kind of briefed you a little bit on Seraphim, but first off, before the show, I asked you what your name was, because last time you were on the show, you were known as Gotham Nightmare.
Well, no, I am. Obviously, you see my makeup. But yeah, just overall image. But yeah, Seraphim Ward, like that's the name that I guess that that's me. And we're about to release, I guess, after 8 years, the lawsuit results. They won't go public. And it's the most funniest thing you ever imagine, because I called my attorney, and I was like, you know what, I really need to have the transcripts or what happened. So then after a couple months, then I got it, and then he was all like, okay, I'll give it to you. And then I was like, what the hell? It took 8 years to get that. It was a dismissal that I won the lawsuit. With Marilyn Manson.
Oh, you're talking about the Marilyn Manson incident. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh yes. Now, clarify this about the Marilyn Manson thing. The Marilyn Manson sued you, or you sued him?
Oh no. Okay, so it was hilarious. I guess my attorney said it was a publicity stunt for Californication, because during that time, I guess he got on Californication 4 times. So he's on a PR stunt for Californication, and right. So and during that, he used me and Pogo's information. He used my name, and then I did a deposition with my attorney, and so he was asked for $50,000 under the table, and so I said, I'm going to $50,000. And so my attorneys asked him for a deposition, and then he dropped everything. He missed the first 2 depositions he missed, so they subpoenaed him to court, and then he told the judge he didn't want to go that far, and then it was just over. But it took 8 years. They haven't even told the public yet, so they have to tell the public what's going on, since the Rachel Wood and Marilyn Manson allegation just happened. Right. They called me from the UK. They come from the UK to do the Marilyn Manson documentary. So I'm part of that in the UK.
Oh, and, okay.
Yeah, that's right now information, and to get the results out and what happened, and because it was the PR who did it. Everybody knows that.
Right. Just Nicole, just to catch you up, and all the viewers up may not know, you used to go out with Madonna Wayne Gacy, the Pogo, the keyboard player of Marilyn Manson. When he was good, for some reason,
he was my boyfriend. We lived together in the hills.
So I didn't know. You see, I didn't know the whole. From what I was reading on your website, Marilyn Manson had said you defamed him.
Yeah.
You had said he was
Allegedly, I called him a Nazi sympathizer and a racist. And I never said that. And
Right.
that's when my attorney said that he said he put up on the internet, gave me the lawsuit papers, and he said that it was a publicity stunt, basically, from Manson.
Wow.
Law from Beverly Hills. And
That'd be very
and he didn't win the lawsuit, by the way.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah, he doesn't seem to. His lawyers don't seem to be that great, to be honest with you. He's losing a lot of lawsuits these days. But
I had someone try to sue me once for something I said in an email to another person. They also lost that lawsuit, but it's pretty crazy what people will do.
Yeah. Well, we were still living together at the time, me and Pogo was. So I think it was between him and Pogo, not me.
Still
You know what I
living
mean?
together when he tried to sue you? That's crazy.
Yes. No, me and Pogo was the keyboardist.
Yeah, no, I know what you meant.
Yeah. Yeah, we were still together when he did that. So it was like retarded.
was this when Pogo left the band, or was he still in the band?
Do what?
Was Pogo still in the band, or was he? Or
No, he wasn't still in the band, but they're still together. Like they still talk. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
me
still
and him
friends.
were still dating. Me and Pogo were still dating.
Right. But he wasn't. This is when he left the band, and there was all sorts of sniping in the press, and they were talking shit about each other, and
Yeah, he was in my house.
yeah.
He was in my house. Like, you hear the interviews online, they're kind of funny during the time. I was like, what is he doing? Like he comes home like he didn't do anything. And then I had a Russian girlfriend, she's a actress, a model who lives in my house with me in Pogo. And she told me like all these things. I said, that's not true. And so I asked him, he says, what is she talking about? It's not true. I said, yes, they are. So anyway, the police came escorting out of my house. That's how we broke up. Oh
my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. That's intense.
They escorted Pogo out and we went to pack his things to leave because my girlfriend was like, she doesn't want him there because she says that when I'm not there, he says things to her like he doesn't want her there.
Right.
He doesn't want her around. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with all that. I just told the police officer, I said, maybe we should just break up a little bit. And then he kind of got upset about it. That's kind of how that ended with me and Pogo. And then he called me, he had a friend to get hold of me 2 years later and offered me a gig as a celebrity guest for AFM. And it was AFI.
Okay.
His best, as a guest speaker for the Chinese exchange students to California at the film school, because I'm a filmmaker.
Right, I understand. That's how we met, because you had cast me in a movie that we're still, it still hasn't been filmed yet, but it will be. But I said we met because you threw out a casting call for a goth comedian, and here I was. That's how we
Exactly.
met.
The goth comedian.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And but I know that's what I say. You're a writer, you're a filmmaker, you're an actress, you're a model. You're an occultist now.
My boyfriend occultist. That's what came out. That's what came out when my whole life, when they did like the whole scandal.
Right.
That's when it's occultist Seraphim Ward.
Okay. Because I tiptoed around the Marilyn Manson thing because I didn't want you to get sued again. But I remember last time
I got sued the first time.
Yeah, you should have been. Yeah, then he's probably got bigger cases to worry about these days. But because last time you were on the show, we danced around a little bit, like if you were in the Illuminati, if you were a witch, and now you're an occultist.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Okay. Define occultist, please tell me how you define an occultist.
Supernatural, paranormal. Do the supernatural and the paranormal, yeah. I was born in it, basically. It deals with more of the grand architect, which is the illumination more than Illuminati.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like I'm not a Mason because I won't join a lodge or anything like that where there's like people you go in and you sit down with other music artists. Mine is more independent. It's more of like we call let me see what's the right word used for it. It's not spiritual, but it's haze is a better word.
Okay.
It's hard to explain unless you're in it.
Well, that's why I want to get it from you, because I'm not I cast no dispersions, I cast no judgment. But
do you work with the Goetia? Are you left-handed path, or are you like full on? I don't want to say Satanist because people always just assume Satanist, but are you full on occultist?
Well, full on occultist. Well, my last name was Tharp, and that's what the whole thing was also about, which is that's the name of the last name of Christ. And the Holy Grail, which that's my bloodline. I don't know if you read about that, the serpent bloodline. And I went
You're
to
an esoteric occultist. Do you practice hermetics?
no Earth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I also have the cauldron cups, which is the urine. Like, you go to a type of coffee shop.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you being in a coffee shop so we can do this, but
No, I know, but it's like the best we have over here in Florida.
I know people keep like looking in, they don't know what's going on. I imagine you walk into a coffee shop, you get a lot of attention anyway, but when you're on a podcast, you got light and everything, and you're talking about. Did you just say urine? Did I miss that?
Oh yeah. The cauldron. Yeah.
Please tell me more.
Oh my gosh.
Please, in the internet coffee shop, tell me more about urine, please. And
I've already said too much already.
Oh geez, no, we're just getting started. But wait till they.
I know, right?
Wait till they find out who you dated and some of your. Now you're still. Now here's the thing, and I don't know about your urine, but maybe we'll get to that later. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I read somewhere, and you had. And by the way, you have a lot of names. You're a woman of many pseudonyms.
Yeah.
And that's why I asked Seraphim Ward, because there's Seraphim of Nazareth, Gotham Nightmare, and now you've got it's Porcelain
Freak.
Porcelain Freak.
That's a project that I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Porcelain Freak, yeah. And my new music video, and that's what I'm with Crumble Vampires, and I'm Porcelain Freak, which is like white porcelain, basically.
I understand, but and I like the look. Trust me, I'm all for porcelain and white and pale. Everybody knows that, but you were born Creole and you're mixed race.
Yeah, I am Creole.
So I kind of get the irony, but is that what you're going for? Or is it just like, I don't know what's going on here? I like it. I'm just confused.
I'm sorry?
I like it. I'm just confused.
What are you confused about?
I'm very attractive. Why a lovely, beautiful Creole woman that adopts for lack of a better word, a white-faced look?
Yeah, I do have a white-faced look, exactly.
It's not a reverse minstrel show. It's something else.
What do you mean with makeup? Like with the porcelain makeup over a Creole face?
Yeah.
Is that what you just said?
Yes, that is what I said. You know me. You know me. I'm ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know.
But you're also referring to yourself. I don't know if this is something I should say in the coffee shop, but as Nazi Angel.
Nazi Angel. Yeah. Well, it's just my last name means angels. Nazis are angels. They're SS means seraphim. The only thing about that, which means the golden ass, which goes back to the Trinity. And I know a lot about that, and I think I spoke about that a long time ago, and so did Pogo. And that's something else that he had mentioned, and my friend's like, no, that's you, you're the Nazi. So we don't know what the whole mix-up was about that. I don't even know that I won. But yeah, I just that's what people call me, Nazi Angel. That's kind of like my last name. It's Anglo-Saxon, which is my last name almost got banned in USA because of the white blood, pure blood supremacy connection to it.
Right.
And yeah, and it's mostly Indiana, and that's where I was born. It's hilarious. It's hilarious, but it's like one of the most dangerous. I guess what do you call it? I guess the legacy of Christ.
Okay. I was going to ask, do you think you're Nephilim? Do you think you're descended from angels?
Yes, I am an angel. Absolutely.
That's what I thought. I was just following. I'm making sure. Okay.
Absolutely.
See, this is why I have Nicole. She knows about more about the mystical world than I do. I don't know anything, but she's asking good questions, and I'm asking stupid questions. But that's just that. That's me. Because I know that last time we were on the show, you were telling me that Gene Simmons told you need a good name, and you have like 20 of them. The one I like Serpent Reign.
You like Serpent Reign?
I think you should go with that one. And there's a story behind that because I saw this on your website, and also you had emailed me this. You took a DNA test,
Yes.
and you have serpent's blood in your DNA.
Yes.
How is that possible?
Pure blood, and we have the results, and I have not one disease of any sort, not even any drip of illness, sickness, blood. I don't know.
That's more than Marilyn Manson could say.
Oh, I know, right?
Hey, I said it. You didn't. Go ahead. He can sue me all he wants. I can use the publicity.
Yeah, so I could boast about it legally and in publicly that I have serpent DNA. I'm a pure blood. Like not even one. Like everybody has something, right? Like, but yeah.
Is that true? Everybody has some like reptile.
Well, I don't know. I was told like they're like that's impossible. They're like it's just impossible. So we have the results on that. So yeah.
Is it 100% serpent? How much percentage of human and serpent are you?
No, 100%, which means
You're 100% serpent.
It means I'm an angel. Angel's DNA is what they call it. Kind of like COVID-19.
That's why I asked.
Kind of like COVID. What is that?
I said that was why I asked. I was picking up what you were saying.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you have it scientifically confirmed, though. That's fascinating.
Oh yeah. I have DNA confirmed. Kind of like COVID-19. They haven't told what they're looking for. Like, do you know what they're looking for COVID-19?
I have no idea what they're looking for.
It says bat DNA.
Right. But you have serpent DNA, so you're immune.
What?
I said you have serpent DNA, so you're immune.
I mean,
Are you immune to COVID because you have serpent DNA?
oh no, yes, I am. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Me with my stupid human DNA, I'm still wearing masks, but that's just me, Actually, I wear masks just to cover half my face, but that's another thing altogether. I'm not as beautiful as you are, Sarah. You know that, And here's the thing. Now, you're an angel. I'm trying to figure out. Is it because you're an angel? Is this why like all these celebrities?
I have my.
Yeah, see another great-looking guy right there with you, of course. Yes. How are you, sir? I don't even know who you are, but nice to see you. I guess you're in Miami in an internet cafe, and I'm envious of the hair. He's a good-looking guy.
Thank you.
I was gonna say you seem to. There's something about you that seems to attract really good-looking celebrities. So if this guy's an aspiring actor, musician, whatever.
So are you my boyfriend or what are you?
Are you a boyfriend? Are you her boyfriend? Is that what's going on? What's going on here?
I'm sorry.
Are you her boyfriend? First of all, what's your name, sir?
Ethel.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, friend.
So you heard on Dark Mark, right?
I'm Dark Mark, the goth comedian, and it's nice to meet. I didn't know we were going to have a double header. And Nicole's right there. She says hi as well.
So are you also into the occult?
I am. I'm a pagan.
There you go. See, I'm out of my depth with this whole conversation. I was just I asked about the name, and I got the whole Marilyn Manson transcript, and then I got the this whole thing. I didn't know that the serpent's blood meant you were an angel, but you know what I need to really get into this conversation, and I think Nicole had some of this, is our other sponsor, Renagade Kush and Renagade CBD. Nicole, tell them about Renagade Kush and Renagade CBD real quick.
This is where we talk about our sponsors, but it's easy to talk about sponsors like this when they're providing you with CBD products. I was at the pool on Tuesday, and I met this guy, Joe, and he was talking about how he was in constant pain, but then he used the CBD lotion and how it was healing the pain in his joints. And we have that. You can get that at Renagade. What's the address, Mark?
RenegadeKush.com and RenegadeCBD.com.
At Renagade.
Highly recommended.
I've had the bath bombs, and I've had this lotion, and I keep some of it still just because it helps with all sorts of inflammation and soreness.
Right. So go to Renagade Kush and Renagade CBD. Now back to the loving. Now, where did you guys meet? This is what I want to know.
Where did we meet?
How do you meet Seraphim Ward?
Well, I was playing pool by myself because I like pool. It's a great game. She came in and asked me why I was playing alone, and I told her I was practicing because, once again, I really like pool. So she joined me, but we didn't buy any drinks there, so they ended up kicking us out early, and we just went to another bar and got drinks there and hit it off almost instantly.
That's great. Now that's a love story. Now, Seraphim, I was going to say, I really need to back up here. You are one of the many people that have left LA.
Yes,
You're living in
I've
New York
left,
now, is that right?
Yeah, in New York. I just got here to Hollywood, Florida.
Yes, you're in
But
Florida
yeah,
now.
I'm filming Scarlet Vampire in New York City, and I'm still there right now. So I'm in Florida for my skin, basically. I have a hell of a tan, so I'm putting it back to my skin tone. So my doctor's here in Hollywood, Florida.
Okay, yeah. So why did you leave LA? I mean, everybody's leaving LA, but why did you leave LA?
I know. It was just stagnant. Like there's nothing. It's the same. Oh, everything. Like East Coast is like everyone's there. It's popping. There's opportunities for work. I booked so many gigs in New York City, and so I'm like, why would I go back to LA when I have to go to East Coast anyway? You know, they contacted me in New York for the Marilyn Manson documentary. I can say that because it actually just happened. You know, and so I'm going to, it like literally just now happened. So I don't know what's going on with that. They're getting together, I guess, more females and men that have dealt with them. But I'm one of the ones that remember. So they contacted me and I agreed to do it. Let me see. I don't know. Just like everything's over here.
Right.
I'm just see horror movies or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Just to be clear, you never dated Marilyn Manson. You never had sex with Marilyn Manson.
I'm sorry?
Just to be clear, you never dated Marilyn Manson. You never had sex with Marilyn Manson. You dated Pogo, Madonna.
Oh no,
Gacy,
Madonna Wayne Gacy. And Trent Reznor.
Yeah, oh no, I'm getting to the names. This is my way of transitioning. So
he has all the names. Like
no, trust me, I'm a pro at this. I know how to do this. So yes, Nicole. Seraphim dated Trent Reznor for on and off for over 10 years.
Oh, were you his perfect drug? I said, were you his perfect drug?
I'm just joking. Perfect drug?
Yes.
You know,
that was his bad.
I was very innocent. Though.
Yes.
I know.
Nicole's trying her hand at golf jokes, and they're not flying.
She what?
I said she's trying her hand at golf jokes, and they're not flying. And I don't know if I asked you last time, but how did you meet Trent?
Who?
How did you meet
Trent?
him? How did you meet him? Trent Reznor. Did you?
Oh,
was he playing pool by himself too, or what happened?
Yeah. No. I met him with his mutual friend, and I think they was on tour. They came into town, and my girlfriend asked me. She says Trent wants. She didn't say it was Trent. She says I have some friend in town, and they invite us out to dinner. And I said, okay. And so then we went to Shandora. It was a Thai restaurant on La Cienega and Sunset. I don't think it's there anymore. So then I walk in, me and my girlfriend, and then her friend was Leo Herrera. He was the engineer for Trent Reznor. Yeah, so we walk in, and then she's talking to Leo, and then there's like, here comes Trent, and like the whole band. So I'm like, okay. I know what he looked like. I knew his music. But I didn't know what he looked like because he didn't have his face on his album. And so I sit down, and she still didn't tell me it was Trent. And so then we ordered food, and so then he goes pig, and we'll have dinner, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I was like, I know that voice, and they're like, that's Trent, and I was like, oh my god. And so then I just start laughing, and then he was with the girl, he had a date, and then he just kept staring over our direction, and then he had her sit home. After dinner, he was like, I want to meet Yolanda.
Right.
Yeah, my name was Soraya at the time, Soraya Bishop. Like he calls me Yolanda. That's actually my birthday. So he had her sit home, and I met him and the guys after. We went to the whiskey club, the whiskey bar, and we went out to where else? To the Mondrian Hotel, and then I went home.
And the beautiful.
Well, yeah, wait, and that's how we met. But then we
that's a cool story. And
yeah.
No, I think you did tell that last time. I listened to the show. I must have missed that. But But he
Then I
does,
met his family, obviously. The holidays, 3 years of holidays in a row, and then he went on the tour back to back. And then that's kind of like when things kind of slowed up because he was touring like for a long time. And then we just kind of like remained friends. And then 2009, he got engaged and married overnight to that girl. It's like some
Right.
girl from Inglewood, not Inglewood, I'm sorry.
is she from England?
They were like hysterical. Do I?
Oh, I was gonna say, is she from Inglewood? I don't know what she's from. His wife.
Oh, I have no idea. I think she's Cambodian.
Yeah. So, but you know, it's it's a good run. You know, it must be. Now you've dated a lot of rock stars. It must be tough because they're on the road all the time.
Well, you know what? When there was on the road when I met them, they weren't on the road.
Right.
And then like actors also when they go and film things like that. It's, I don't know. I just have a long time relationship like with them, and we're friends first, so it's kind of like works out, you know.
But you're attracted to artists, and they're attracted to you.
I'm sorry.
You're attracted to artists, and they're attracted to you.
Yeah.
Well, let's face it. A lot of people are attracted to you, but artists in particular can vibe with you.
Yeah.
Because
I
on your
personally, I
website,
like dating artists. I think they're interesting and exciting, and they have a lot of depth. So I respect that.
Yeah.
is that what you found, Seraphim? That they're exciting and they have a lot of depth. That's why you're attracted to them?
Interesting. Yeah. I don't know. Like Trent's different. It was before and after Hazelton.
Right. But on your website, and I don't know if your boyfriend has had a chance to look at that. I don't want to get him jealous, but you've seen, and there's not a reason to be jealous because she's with you now, but you list a bunch of guys that you dated. An
Yes.
impressive list.
I'm sorry.
An impressive list of good-looking men.
Thank you.
Like, and I was the first one that I saw was Peter Greene, the actor that was Zed in Pulp Fiction, is in Usual Suspects. Basically, he was in a mask. Basically, he was in every 90s movie. And I haven't seen him since.
Yes.
What happened to that guy?
City of Life was the recent one that he was in. Peter Greene.
Peter Greene. But seriously, I haven't seen him in a movie in like 20 years. What happened to him? He was great.
Yeah. He's back in New York now.
Okay, well,
Yeah, he was in Los Angeles, and wow.
so like everybody else, he left Los
No,
Angeles.
these were interesting. We went out on several dates together, and I met Peter Greene.
You remember that guy, Nicole? The guy who played
Yeah,
Zed?
yeah.
I don't. Like, I don't know
blonde.
who he is.
He was the villain in the
Well,
mask.
we met in LA at a bar, Rainbow.
I remember the
and,
villain in the mask.
Yeah, that
I
guy.
remember-
Yeah.
Real
Yeah.
deep
So
voice.
basically, so you want to know my story with Peter Greene? Then?
I would love to hear it.
Oh, how adorable. Well, we met, and yeah, he's so funny. And so he asked me out on a date, and he came to my place and picked up on his motorcycle. And so yeah, so we went out, went to the movies, one. Then we went. The second date was.
Now, wait a second. Was a movie that he was in or a different movie?
I'm sorry.
Was it a movie that he was in or was it a different
Oh
movie?
no, just like a random horror movie. Yeah, because he just came over and picked me up on his motorcycle. I was like, "Where are you going?" He said, "Oh no." I goes, "What do you want to do?" I said, "Maybe the movies."
Okay,
And so
so
we
that'd
went
be
to the
cheesy if
movie.
he's like, we're going to go see Pulp Fiction and then, hey, that's me. That would be
I
kinda
know.
cool.
I should have done that. But yeah, that, and then went to a house party. The next time he picked me up. That's the second date. Celebrity house party, obviously. The third date, he has some friends in town on an event on Sunset we went to,
Mhm.
where he introduced me as Soraya. This when I had my album Meet Malevolence going on.
Right.
And yeah, he introduced to his friends, and then let me see. Oh my god, like 5 dates.
Okay, so it just sounds like it was just, yeah.
Do what?
It was, yeah, you went on a few dates and just kind of fizzled out.
Yeah, it's just like we just dated. We went on like 5 or 6 dates. He's a
alright.
wonderful guy. I don't know what to even say about Peter except for like he's an amazing person. I don't know.
He's a terrific actor. I wish he worked more. I would love to see him.
Yeah.
But
I have like I don't know. Like even now and just bring the name up as I don't know.
What's
But
that?
he's a great guy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that you told me without telling me. I got it. So, but one guy who keeps working is another guy, Esai Morales.
Yes, Esai.
Seems a little old for you.
I'm sorry.
Seems a little old for you.
Well, no, it's not. Okay.
You know Esai Morales, right, Nicole, from La Bamba and
Oh,
NYPD
bad
Blue and
well, at the
his
time,
brother.
no, at the time he wasn't. At the time he wasn't. It's like, no, he
You were
wasn't.
younger at the time too.
Do what?
You were younger at the time too.
Yeah, but how was Esai Morales too old for Seraphim Ward?
I'm kidding. It's my own hang up. I'm flirting with the younger woman
He's
myself.
hot.
It's my own hang up. But no, I'm just saying when you look at the list of the guys that you've been with, and you have been, there's actually guys that are older, it looks like, that you've been with, but that are on your list on the website. I don't know. It seemed like he was a little older, and I think he's another terrific actor. So how was that? Hot-blooded Latin lover.
Was he with Esai Morales?
I don't know. You dated him. I didn't. How was he?
What was the question?
How was he? How was he? And how'd you meet him?
How did I meet him?
Yes.
I met him the same time I met Jason Charles Miller, my producer, Godhead.
Right. Godhead.
Yeah, it was the same event, the same circle of friends, and both of them. That's how Jason came up to me, and so did Esai.
Oh, wow.
And me and Jason been friends for, oh gosh, how long have we been friends for? For 18 years.
Wow.
I mean, with Jason for 18 years, and he's my producer currently still.
Yeah, I gotta get him on the show. He keeps popping up. Everybody knows him. I know so many people that know him and hang out with him, and always tell me about him, and I've never met him.
Oh yeah, he's a good person.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Yeah, he's produced this last album that I'm
Right.
on.
Right, which I really liked. Your last album at Seraphim Ward, and you had a single subsequent to that. Actually, when you were on the show in 2018, you would just put out a single, "So You Want to Fuck a Rock Star."
Yeah.
And which I really liked, but an album never came of it.
Oh no, that was postponed. It comes out with Chaos and Innocence. Because it's Chaos and Innocence, You Want to Fuck a Rock Star. And so we're going to do a mini heartbreak tour on that one. But they come out together.
Okay, but you never did a full album. You did 2 singles.
I'm sorry. No, it's a full album.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the whole album is called You Want to Fuck a Rock Star. And every song on the album is called You Want to Fuck a Rock Star. But each song is different, but the same thread called You Want to Fuck a Rock
Right.
Star.
Right. Okay. Well, if you want to fuck a rock star, just check your streaming services. I'm sure it's on there. And speaking of fucking rock stars, you never told me you dated Danzig. What? Huh?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes, I did. And same story. He saw me and he asked to meet me personally. And so I was escorted to his table. And
So he sent somebody over to get you?
yes.
That's
a
so
very
weird.
Danzig-like move.
I'm sorry.
That sounds like a very Danzig-y move.
I was like, it's very, one of my friends would say that's super extra.
Yeah, so he sent one of the guys over. I guess what story was is that he was one of my friends who works with Danzig personally, and he's a manager for Doyle.
Okay.
So he manages Doyle. And so we're out, and I was by myself. I just walked in, and so Danzig said, "Who's that?" And he said, "Oh, that's Soraya." That was my name at the time, and which is Yolanda. And so he goes, "I would like to meet her." So then my friend comes over to me, and he goes, "Hey, Glenn wants to meet you." And I said, "Glenn?" He goes, "Danzig." I said, "Oh, okay." So I go to the table. Yeah, right. So I go to the table and I sit down.
Who? Glenn Schwartz? No thanks.
Well, I said, Glenn who? And he was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, well, you didn't say Danzig.
Yeah.
So I go over there and there he is. He stands up, he hugs me and stuff. And I sit down, that's what I want something. And it's like the whole band's there, like everybody's there. And so then that's what happened. He asked me out after that. We went to a Japanese restaurant in Beverly Hills on a date. And then went on the second date. We had the same PR, Rhonda Signs. And
did he put on a real shirt, or was he wearing a mesh shirt when he took you to the restaurant?
I'm sorry?
I said, did he put on a real shirt, a dress shirt, or was he wearing the mesh shirt like he always does in the videos? I gotta be sure. I'm making a joke, obviously. He wore a regular shirt, but
For the record, every time I've seen Danzig in person, just around town, he always wore a T-shirt and like a jacket.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He had black on, obviously, and his long fingernails.
Definitely all black.
Yeah,
It's
and
always
his
like,
long,
no.
sharp fingernails, like pointy.
Oh, really? I didn't know you had that.
He sharpened his fingernails like daggers.
Really?
And yeah. We had the same PR at the time. Nancy, not blah blah blah. Nancy Sellers, my other PR, but Rhonda Science was my PR, and she was his PR. And so she was meeting him, I guess, for a meeting, and she was my PR. And I walked in, and so he goes, Soraya. I'm like, hey. And so he invited me to sit down. So we're sitting down, we're having drinks. Here comes Rhonda. And then he asked her to sit down, and we said, they had like some kind of thing we had to do. And then it was over, and then she remained there with us. And then the club was over, and then he asked if I wanted to go hang out after. And I was like, sure. So I hung out without him and Rhonda, our PR, the second time. So I went out with like 3 times.
Really? Any I guess that's for the scratches down the back. I don't know what's going on with the fingernails. I never heard that before.
Yeah.
So
He asked me personally.
Yeah. Well, good for you. I saw Danzig when I first got to LA. I went to a fetish event, and he walked in with like 3 girls that were like 6 foot tall, and he's, as you know, he's like 5'6". So
Yeah.
but he's like a square. He's so buff that it's like he's like a square.
Yeah.
And, he's what. So he just. So what happened there? Were you really digging him, or was it just another one where we just went out a few
I was
times?
still dating Trent Reznor.
Ah. Well, wait. You were 2-timing Trent Reznor with Danzig?
Yeah, I told him that too.
Oh. What happened? You told Trent that?
And I just when I was dating Peter Greene. So basically, I went out with Trent. Trent's like the longest thread.
Okay.
But while he was threading, then other guys asked me out, like Peter Greene and Glenn Danzig, and I went out with them.
Wow.
So I didn't cheat on Trent. Hence,
Right.
he has a wife. He has a wife that he
yeah.
married in 2009.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay. But wow, just your boyfriend realizes he's in good company now, but he's got to look out.
I'm sorry.
I said your boyfriend knows he's in good company now, but he's got to look out.
Oh, he has look.
You better watch out for these. Yeah. Make sure you watch her at all times. That's what I would do. But you are somebody that walks in the room and you get a lot of attention. There's no question about it. You're a beautiful woman. After the show last time, we were taking pictures outside the studio. You just love the camera. So what's going on with your movie career?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm doing now here, shorts. I'm going to do a bunch of shorts. My style is 3 shorts in one. So that's what I'm doing now here in Hollywood, Florida, is do like a couple like the shorts and just do, I guess, the film festival and get some of them released. I had a distribution deal before, so because all these things had happened, I used to focus on like one thing at a time. Hence, I'm an occultist. And so with the occult comes the film, like the filmmaking. And like when they contact me from Europe, it was on that, Seraphim the occultist. And so I went out like if I could like continue on doing like my film, because I'm actually pretty good at it. I have like a lot of footage that I shot, and they, people have seen it. So we're getting that edited right now as I speak. I just came from New York City doing The Scarlet Vampire. You guys seen that? And
Right.
yeah, it was like super cool.
Well, I guess typecasting, huh? You're the Scarlet Vampire. I guess that's typecasting.
The night cam?
Typecasting, casting you as a vampire.
Oh yes. I am the vampire, Yolanda.
I can see that. There's a lot of sides to it. Wait a second. She's giving me the seductive stare that Trent Reznor and Pogo and Danzig could not stay away from. I think I'm getting hypnotized as we're speaking. I don't know. Yeah, this is what happened. You were playing pool. She gave you those eyes, and it was all over.
Who did that?
You did it to this guy. He was playing pool by himself, and you gave him the vampire stare, and that was it.
Troll.
My ears are like diaper working right now.
Yeah, I know. It's but anyway, so that's good. So you're you keep doing it.
For me?
It's been so long since a woman's looked at me like that. I got to tell you, that's what's so arousing. But so are these horror shorts or these other type of shorts? What, the stuff that you're filming, what are you filming? Is it horror stuff? Is it occult stuff? Romantic comedies? What are you doing?
Horror cult, and I still got we still got your material, and it's Revelation bullshit end times.
Right. No, I'm on call. Just let me know when you're ready to film. I'll jump on the plane. I don't care.
Okay. Yeah, that's still yours. We got
great.
that. Yeah, we didn't shoot your role yet.
Yeah. So I'm just because you are. I mean, you are. I've seen stuff that you have shot, and you are talented, and I can't wait to see some of these shorts. And I think it's there's two things about the shorts that are good. Is that with YouTube, it really gives you a platform, and I think people have no attention span whatsoever, so a short is good. And also, it's a calling card to show that you can do if you can pull that off, you can pull a feature film off.
Pull off what?
If you could pull off a good short,
oh yeah,
then you can pull off a good feature film. There's a lot of directors that have been hired off of shorts.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Well,
so
I'm already themed with that, so I just have to do it. You know.
Right.
Yeah. Because I had the deal, and then during that time, I just kind of like with Lost Empire and what took me pictures and Phoenix Pictures. It's for 3 years doing 6 horror movies, occult movies. So I still got them on the roster.
Right.
Because I just didn't feel like so much relocating, and then someone took down like my stuff. Like they stole my .com.
What?
They stole my .com, Seraphim Ward, and so I called the GoDaddy. I said, where's my .com? And they said, we don't know. I said, well, you have to know where it's at because it was mine. So they researched and they said that someone bought it and it's stationed at Domain VIP, and it's directed toward a Japanese porn site. So. So I got another one, seraphimward.com with the hyphen in it. So I still have my .com, but if you go to that one, you won't find me. But he says I can do a cease to exist because I did it on purpose.
Well, you will find Japanese porn, so I might check it out. But it's just okay. That's a whole nother thing. That sucks. I hate that. I lost gothcomedian.com. I got to get it back, and it's just. I guess I could pay, but I really don't want to. But I guess I'm gonna have to. But that's nuts. I don't know if Nicole, and I don't know if you guys know, this is what's amazing about you, and I know we brought this up last time, but I think it bears repeating, is that you were mute for several years in your childhood because you were such a stutterer.
I was a mute?
Weren't you a mute for a couple of years when you were a child?
Oh, but my whole childhood I was. I couldn't even speak because I stuttered really bad. I had a speaking impediment.
See, and it went away.
Yeah, I can speak right. And it went away like in my early teens, like my, I don't know, 18, 19 years old maybe. And then it came back later on. Like it'll come back once in a while, like without anyone or anything like that.
Not in my experience. Every time I've talked to you on the phone, every time I've had you on the show, you've been quite a talker, which I love. You have a lot to say. There's a lot going on in that mind of yours.
Oh, I know.
I can only imagine how frustrating it would have been not to get that out.
Yeah, well, this is why I started writing though, was to get things out. And so that's how the novel, like the poetry book came out. I have like a book of poetry that I wrote. That's how I became a script writer, because everything I would write, everybody's like, that's like a movie. Right. Because I just like write stories, things like that, or my feelings, or I create a world that doesn't maybe exist, but it does to me. Right. And it has like cool characters in it, but they're actually real. They're not fake characters.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's amazing that you overcame that, and it reminds me of James Earl Jones's story, because he was a horrible stutterer, and then turned out to be the best actor with the best voice ever.
Exactly.
So yeah, I just I gotta start stuttering. I don't know. I gotta figure that out.
And I don't stutter anymore, and I'm happy. Yeah,
it's been very difficult to overcome, and you did a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you overcame LA. I guess, like you said, LA is getting stagnant, and it's really East Coast is where it's at.
And I think that's what's like a lot of misunderstanding comes from. It's like the community in Los Angeles. People get too familiar. You know what I mean? Like you're a people person, and I think that's why I left too, is to kind of like do my work and not be like have monkeys around.
Right.
You know, like monkeys just kind of like hang on you, and you can't do anything.
Well, Nicole and I will tell you how weird the goth scene is here. It's a little catty at times, especially to.
It's very cliquish.
Yeah.
Yeah, LA, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me when you go to a club, it's like going to the cafeteria in high school, and all the different groups are all there. They sit out and they do all sorts of things, and you have to travel in a pack, otherwise you just get left behind.
Right, exactly.
And of course, all those packs are going to Austin and Nashville and New York and I guess Hollywood, Florida now.
Vegas. So many of us have left.
Vegas too. Yeah, Vegas is getting a lot of.
I went to Vegas, but I just like I don't know, been there, done that kind of thing. You know, I love New York though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm here because my dermatologist.
Well, that's
And
a
it's
good
warm.
reason. Well, from looking at your face, they're doing a good job.
Thank you.
That skin looks as beautiful and bright as ever. No, seriously, no. I'm looking at you. I don't see any zits. I don't see any craters. I don't see any rosacea, melasma, anything. It looks good. So so are you going to be putting out any more songs?
Any more songs?
Any more songs? Have you been writing? Have you? Any more songs
yeah, I'm a musician.
Well, that's what I'm asking, because you're doing the movie thing. I don't know what's going on with music.
Yeah, I do it at the same time.
Okay.
I don't choose one or the other. I do it at the same time.
I learned how to fuck a rock star, so I'm waiting for the next thing.
Yeah, the album Lucifer, that one was posted in 2019, doing the Fuck the Rock Star one.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, there's Fucking Lucifer. That's the name of the album.
Right. Okay.
It's pretty badass. I'll let you hear it.
I'm talking about 2022 and beyond. Do we got more albums?
What?
Coming? I'm talking about 2022 and beyond. Do we have more albums coming? Do you have more albums coming in the future?
Yeah, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. How did the pandemic affect you?
Oh my gosh, I had to stay in the house. I had to stay in, and I mean, because I'm a outdoors kind of person, and oh my gosh, I went to see my this lady who raised me. I can't even call her mom because she's so freaked out about me. It's hilarious. She says she
really
raised the spawn of Satan. And so I can't call her mom because she's my stepmom. Well, my dad. She was my dad's girlfriend a long time ago, and I guess my dad already had me. So, but she raised me until I went to Los Angeles.
Okay.
So I don't know if she's my biological mom or not, but I know that she did date my dad, and she called me the spawn of Satan. So I was locked in with her for like, I don't know, about 6 months. 6 months in Indiana, and then that's when I got called in for New York City.
Right. I was gonna say 6 months quarantine in Indiana with your stepmother doesn't sound fun.
It was hell on earth, dude.
I can imagine.
Do what?
I can imagine.
Because I'm so different, dude. She hounded my tattoos and everything.
Well, I got to be honest, Seraphim, you're different from everybody. There's
I'm
nobody
sorry?
I've ever met quite like you. And take that as a compliment.
Oh, thank you.
That's true. I mean, Nicole, this is definitely a unique individual.
Oh yes, she's one of a kind.
She's definitely one of a kind. Well, I'm glad to hear that you've got some music coming out. You've got some you've got movies coming out. Anything else? Any books? Any occult stuff? What's going on?
Yeah, no, that's the Serpent Reign. That's like a surprise. So.
Oh, well, there's something coming. Okay.
I'm pretty proud of it too.
I'm sure you are.
Well, my DNA, it's bona fide.
Yeah, trust me. So you're 100% serpents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Serpent Reign. I think that's.
It's called pure blood. That's what it's called.
You're a pure-blooded angel.
That's why it was hilarious. I was like, this is not even funny. That's why I did that when he said, The Nazi. I said that's not even funny because that's the same bloodline as my last name.
Right, but honestly, in these PC times, I would throw that one out. I don't think you need that. But
What was that?
whatever. I mean, Sid Vicious wore swastikas, whatever, and it was an ironic thing. And I do get the irony of a mixed race woman calling herself a Nazi angel. I get that, but I don't think everybody is as getting the nuances that I am.
It might cause controversy you don't want. It might distract from the music and the art and stuff. People are simple-minded. They don't do these things with broad minds.
Yeah.
What? We're Nazi?
Calling yourself Nazi angel might.
Why is that word controversial?
Well, Nazis are controversial by nature.
I know, but do you know what they are though?
People use the word Nazi as an insult. Like even now.
I know they said to the Jews, but my last name was an insult. So you wouldn't tell me I can't be myself. See, that's the way I don't understand.
Right.
That's is my last name.
Do what you want. I don't care. I'm just saying.
I wrote a book series called Some Fucked Up Shit. So I am not the sort of person to ever try to censor anyone. I was just saying it might lead to difficult conversations, but you should always be bold and be yourself.
What's my last name?
Right. Hey.
So that's my name is Seraphim Ward. How about that?
That's fine. I like Serpent Reign.
My last name is Tharp. Tharp is that's the controversial last name.
Right. Okay. Hey.
That's my birth ID last name.
Right. No, I understand that. I understand that. Yeah. Anyway, I want to get off that. I don't want people to think. I don't want people to think ill of you at all. Because I adore you. I think as with every man that crosses your path, I not so secretly fell in love with you, and you're with your boyfriend now, so I'm not going to do anything. But I'm just saying, you have a seductive power in everything that you do. Before we go, because we teased it last time, tell me more about the Illuminati. Tell me more about the Illuminati. I want to know.
I don't know. What's the Illuminati?
What's that?
What's the Illuminati?
I don't know anything. First off, people say it's not real, but you say it is.
No, it's mystical.
Oh, okay.
It's the mysticality. You know if you know. Like I don't know what else to tell you. Like I can't. Like I don't go to a lodge like some actors do. That's they're called the Masons who adopt Illuminati teachings.
Right.
So I'm not a Mason or anything like that. Like I won't join anything like that. I think you did that last time. I won't become a Mason or Eastern Star. I'm a Northern Star.
Okay, so you're not going to do any of this stuff, or which I'm putting a triangle over the eye and all
it's
that.
It's hilarious. I am next time though. I know it happens naturally. You don't do it on purpose. It happens naturally. The mystic, it happens by itself.
Well, let me ask you a question, because you might have an inside track on this, and then I'll let you go. And I appreciate, first off, I appreciate you doing this. I appreciate you going to an internet cafe and doing this, because I know everybody around you is freaking out right now. And I appreciate your boyfriend being on camera with us. He looks like a great guy. I wish nothing but the best for you. And like I say, he's in good company with some real talented people. But do you know? Because somebody told me this. You know that the rap concert a couple weeks ago where they had Astro World, where they had all the trampling and stuff, and people died. Did you hear about that?
The Astro
World, the rap festival where people died.
Yes, I know the Astro World. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Was that a satanic sacrifice?
The Astro World?
Yes.
No. I see what's happening here. No, he's asking about the Travis Scott thing, not the Astro
Travis
World.
Scott thing.
I don't know Travis Scott.
Okay, forget it. Anyway, I thought I'd get some inside track. There was a rap festival. A bunch of people got killed. I was wondering if it was a sacrifice. But if you haven't heard it, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Seraphim, you've always been a delight. I will send you the video and audio right away so you can put it on your website. But tell us everything you got going on and all your websites. And the floor is yours.
Yeah, gothicmasqueradecinema.com. LuzForiaVideoProductions.com, and always look for Seraphim-/Ward.com. That one's going up after this right here, to connect to the same website that you already see right now. And yeah, also just it's not like vampire, just me doing my career in short movies, short films, and I don't know, music. and dating.
Yes. Oh, okay. Well, today short films, tomorrow the world.
Say it again.
I said today short films, tomorrow the world.
Exactly.
It's all little steps to you achieve world domination. I know.
Yeah, well, no, it's not little. That was actually big. It's pretty big.
I know.
There is not my. I have a lot of investors, so it's not just like my work that I do. It's
Right.
like it's that's imparted legally, and what I do is like partners. So although I get my part done, I have to work to do their part.
Right. And you're not saying this, I'm saying this. Marilyn Manson, fuck you. Okay. So for any number of reasons, the least of which his last 3 albums. Nicole, how do people
Yeah.
get a hold of you?
I am Nicole 6 Books on Instagram and Nicole H6 on Facebook. I will be putting out a new book of poetry either at the end of the year or at the beginning of the year, so December or January.
And I'm Goth Comedian on all social media. Go to darkmarkshow.com, listen to all the past shows, get links to everything, and to my comedy, to the podcast, to everything, and everybody. Have a wonderfully creepy week. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
That was a lot of fun. Thanks. Thanks a lot, Seraphim. Thanks a lot, guys.
Good night, Mark.